AKAPAD, welcome to day 5 of the 31 Days of Dread. We're talking After Midnight 2019, a very, 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 very independent movie, and that's exactly what the 31 Days of Dread are all about. I am proud, I am happy to introduce this movie to all of you. Let's go. And we're back, and here we go, day 5. Welcome to the 31 Days of Dread with Peter A. DeLuca, aka Pad, aka the Film Buff, aka Pad69, and the Eclectic One. Guys, I love you so much. Thanks for hanging out. This is where, if you're new to the podcast, this is where we love movies. We talk about movies. We obsess about movies. A lot of what I speak to you of comes from me and my personal experience. I am a lifelong film goer. I'm sure many of you out there are the same. But here we go. After Midnight, 2019. People, I really do appreciate when I'm just like, going through the streaming apps. I'm on Hulu, then I go to Paramount, then I go to Tubi, then I go to Peacock, then I go to Netflix. You guys get it. Even searching around YouTube. And an image, right? The poster, the thumbnail, maybe even the title. It just gets your interest enough. And a big part of the process for 31 Days of Dread, and that's where we do one horror movie a day for the entire month of October, if you're new here. And by the way, go to akapad.com. If you're listening to this on any platform, give me a like, give me a review. Let me know what you think. And if you're on akapad.com, click on some of the advertisements. Help me out. You can click on advertisements. It's free. I get a little piece of that, but it's free to help me anyway. But something captures you. Something grabs you, and the bigger process with the 31 Days of Dread is I might bring to you 31 movies, but in all, I would say there's probably 150 to 200 movies that I start watching, that I watch before, that I watch leading in. Kind of like a trial, tribulation type thing where, I may start a movie and get 10 minutes into it, 15 minutes into it, sometimes even an hour. And just decide, there's not a lot here, I can't discuss it. Maybe I'll save it. And that's a part of the programming process for the 31 Days of Dread. And sometimes, we get a little light on our own programming, and we gotta, watch a movie and then sit down with all of you. That's not the case this year. This year, there's a lot happening. I wanted to have like a strong 15. I feel like we're there. I feel like discovering After Midnight, directed by Jeremy Gardner, written by Jeremy Gardner, starring Jeremy Gardner, and also starring Bree Grant. Finding this movie and seeing the thumbnail, the movie poster, which is illustrated, by the way, but it's a blood red dripping heart with a creature in front of it. The poster gives away what this thing looks like, but you have to wait. As you guys would guess, right? You have to wait for the entire movie to see this. And what is this? This is a movie about growing up, becoming a person, leaving bull crap behind, and moving forward with someone that you have chosen, someone you love. It's significant. It really is. There's a speech in this movie where the girl comes back, and this movie flashes forward, flashes sideways, so the timeline's a little jarbled. You think this man who is reverse stalking a creature at night that comes after midnight, you don't know if he's having a psychotic breakdown. You don't know what's happening with this guy, Hank. Abby, Bree Grant, left. but you don't know. But we're watching the movie, so we know what the hook is. Everyone in the movie is going to think he's crazy and exaggerating, and then they're all going to have a rude awakening. But what we get between all of that, we get this study of love and the relationship and growing and moving on. We get a study of loss and reunification. And it's all here, and there's a fantastic scene where Abby comes back and she's waiting on the porch for this creature with Hank, who has a who has a beer and a rifle, and she almost again she breaks him down in a very thoughtful, loving way, and he does not know how to respond, and we know this because we've seen enough of his character leading into this scene. And she breaks him down in a very delicate way of wanting a life, of wanting a direction, wanting it with him because she also has chosen him. But she's not getting it, and she's deeply unsatisfied. That scene alone is worth the price of admission. The writing for that scene, Jeremy Gardner writes a top-notch scene. It's just there. Now, previously, on episode 4, we kind of discussed acting and directing and experience. And this is a movie where everyone you see just doesn't have enough experience. It doesn't mean that some of these people are not lifelong actors and practitioners of the craft. But it comes off sometimes. And this is why it's important to promote and bring light to movies like this, because we want to encourage Jeremy Gardner to do another movie, to continue. And that's the responsibility of the film buff here and the 31 Days of Dread. Throughout the years, I feel like we brought a lot of attention to movies like this. And I don't know, there's a side of me that's flattered because the show has grown a bit of an audience, and it's amazing that you guys just hang out with me and just listen to me go on and on. So thank you so much. And tomorrow, because we're working in themes here, will be Midnight, a horror movie I found on YouTube. I'll just leave it at that. Rock and roll. Talk to you guys soon. I love you.